All right. Today for language, we are doing language page 57. We'll be reviewing for the test, which will be next Tuesday. First thing I want to do though is I'm going to give you some sentences and you have to tell me what kind of sentence it is. Okay? So, first sentence says, do you know where Montana is? Interrogative, because it's question. So how would I punctuate it, Joey?
With a question.
Yes, with a question mark. Look at the United States map to find it.
Imperative.
Imperative, how would I punctuate it, Dane?
Insert a period.
Insert a period, very good. Wow, it is at the very top of the United States.
Exclamatory.
Exclamatory, so how would I punctuate it, Elise?
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point, or you can go an exclamation mark, very good. What is Montana like? Grant?
Interrogative.
Interrogative, so how to punctuate it, Grant?
Consider.
Very good, insert a question mark. Some people call it Big Sky Country.
Declarative.
Declarative, so how would I punctuate that?
Period.
With a period, very good. Why do they call it that?
Declarative.
Why do they call it that? Why do they call it that? Help her out, Hunter.
Interrogative.
Interrogative, so how would you punctuate? A question mark. They wouldn't have to think of a name on the test because they would have the little word bank, so hopefully you would know which one it was if you were looking for it, right? Alright, because it has only a few tall buildings and cities, people can see lots and lots of sky.
Declarative.
Declarative, so how would you punctuate that, Grayson?
With a period.
With a period. Pay attention and then you don't have to think so hard, okay? I know you know the answer very fast. Okay? Alright, so that is one thing that will be on your test, is telling me what kind of sentence and punctuating it. So that was very good. I actually have one that we're going to do on the board, like that. But also I'm going to use it for something else that you're going to have to do on the test. Alright, also on the test there'll be a small section with commas. Yes or no at the beginning of the sentence, and then a couple of common rules that we're going to learn that we haven't learned yet. We're going to learn before the test. And you have to decide which one is correct. There'll be one that's wrong and one that's right. You need to pick the one that's right. So far we practiced that one day with a yes or no, but I haven't practiced with you the common rules we haven't learned yet. But I will practice with you once we've learned those rules. Alright, the other thing you're going to be doing is possessives. Like Aunt Kay's birthday, if they had Aunt Kay in parentheses, you'd have to turn it into possessive by putting in a apostrophe S. Or Mr. Smith's family, they would put Mr. Smith in parentheses, and you'd have to turn it into possessive by putting apostrophe S when you rewrite the word Mr. Smith. Alright, so they'll have several of those. Then I want to look, yesterday I actually had this up on the board and I forgot to do it. So we're going to do this right now. You will have to write a sentence. They'll tell you what kind of sentence, and they tell you to use this word as a possessive, not a plural. We did practice this the other day, and some of you kept trying to make it be plural instead of possessive. Plural just means more than one. You're not telling me something that belongs to that. So puppy is the possessive word you need to be used. So remember, you need to have something that belongs to the puppy, and it does need to be just declarative. A declarative sentence, something that belongs to the puppy.
That dog's collar looks cool.
Okay, you did use a possessive, you used dogs. I told you to use the word puppy.
Oh,
Okay.
that puppy's collar looks
Okay, that puppy's collar looks cool. That would work, and that would be declarative. Very good. That puppy's collar looks cool. One more.
That puppy's bone is cute.
All right, that puppy's bone is cute. Bones can be cute, but I guess they can be, can't they? All right, let's go to an imperative sentence. This time you have to use sister as the possessive word. All right, Grant.
Stop annoying me, sister.
Did you use sister as a possessive word? That was imperative, I agree with you, but you did not use sister as a possessive word.
Look at my sister.
Look at my sister's dog. Now there's something belonging to his sister. Look at my sister's dog. It's imperative, and he used sister in a possessive way.
Look at my sister's pool.
Okay, can we do one that's not look
Yeah.
at something?
Yeah. Don't touch my sister's new car.
There you go. Don't touch my sister's new car. What belongs to the sister? The new car. And she's telling you to don't touch it. Don't touch my sister's new car. All right, so that is another way. That's good. We'll do it again another day. You get more chances on another day, but that was very good. That's what you have to remember to make sure this word turns into possessive word with apostrophe S. Okay, with an apostrophe S. Don't forget that apostrophe S. All right, now we're going to look at these sentences. This is another thing that you're going to do on your test. You have to look at the sentences and insert correct punctuation and use your proofreader marks to show that it should be capitalized also. All right, inserting punctuation and proofreader marks for inserting any missing punctuation and proofreader marks for capitalization too. Notice it already has the ending punctuation. I did that because on your test, for some reason, they're putting the ending punctuation. But on this section where you have to tell me what kind of sentence it is, they do not put the ending punctuation. Okay? But in this section that I'm talking about right now, where you're going to have to tell me what should be capitalized and insert any missing punctuation within the sentence. Is it super important or you just want the answer? Okay, now I'm going to go around the room, okay? So just look at it. Is it super important? What?
Can we make that beat the teacher?
Can we make this be beat the teacher? I guess so. Alright, what's first? Let's read the sentence. My Aunt Kay's birthday is on Flag Day.
Capitalize the M in mine.
Capitalize the M in mine. Because, class, it is
The
the beginning of the sentence.
Capitalize the K and K.
Alright. Capitalize the K and K because that is person's name, right? You can say a person's name or you can say a proper noun, a particular person, place, or thing. You forgot one little thing. What you read?
Capitalize Aunt.
Yeah, because it is part of her name. You don't just call her Kay, you call her Aunt Kay, so that is her name for you. You have her name for your name that you call her is Aunt Kay, right? So aunt needs to be capitalized too. If you just said my aunt's birthday is on Flag Day, then you didn't name your aunt. Then you don't capitalize aunt. But when you call her Aunt Kay, that becomes part of her name, right? Or uncle somebody, Uncle Tom. Okay, you need to capitalize uncle and the name. Are you guys listening? Some of you aren't listening, so you're not going to get this right on the test. When I put sentences on the board, I am putting things I know you need to know. For example, Aunt Kay, that is her name. You call her Aunt Kay, so you capitalize Aunt and you capitalize Kay. That's what you call her, right? Or if it was Uncle, Uncle Jim, Uncle Bill, Uncle Terrell, you would capitalize Uncle and his name because that is what you call him. That is your name for him or her. Understand? Grant, what's next?
Capitalize the M in Mr. because it's a
Okay, I'm confused. I didn't even read that sentence yet. Can we finish the first sentence before we go on to the next sentence? I'm not sure. I've already won this sentence. But I'm not sure. Am I supposed to win that sentence too because you tried to go on to it first? I'm going to say no, but
capitalize the F in flag.
yes, because class.
Special
Day
holiday.
Joey?
Capitalize the D in day.
Yes, because it is a special
Day.
holiday. You guys need to be saying this, not me. Pick up out there. All right, now let's read the next sentence. Mr. Smith's family will go on vacation this spring.
Capitalize the M in Mr.
Mr. is the beginning of the sentence, but even if it wasn't, it is a title of respect. Brantley.
Insert a period after Mr.
Woo! Oh, he won that for you guys, unless somebody else screws up in the rest of the sentence, because he remembered that you put a period after Mr. because it is an abbreviated title of respect. All right, what's next? Riley.
Capitalize Smith.
Yes, that is his name, or you could say a proper noun, a particular person, place, or thing. Anything else? Mr. Smith's family would go on vacation this spring. Anything else?
No, nothing else.
All right, you guys just won that.
Yes.
All right. Good. I wanted to make sure you didn't tell me to capitalize spring. Because the rule is days of the week, months of the year, but not the seasons. All right, let's read the next one. It says Mrs. Turner lives at 2215 Greenmount Avenue. All right, Michael.
Capitalize the M and Miss.
Mrs. Very good. Capitalize it. And Mrs. Two reasons. First of all, it's the beginning of the sentence. And second of all, it's a title of respect. Hunter, what's next?
Insert a period after Miss.
Mrs. It's Mrs. Insert a period after Mrs. Don't say it miss, because remember miss is a word for unmarried ladies, M-I-S-S, and it doesn't get a period because it's not an abbreviation, it is a whole word. There's no abbreviation for it. So insert a period after Mrs. Very good. Elise, what's next?
Capitalize the T in Turner.
Capitalize the T in Turner. Very good. Mrs. Turner lives at 2215 Greenmount Avenue. Chase, we're back to you.
Capitalize the G in Green.
Yes, because that is the name of her actual street, so that's a proper noun, a particular person, place, or thing.
Capitalize the N nouns.
Very good. That's still part of the name of her street. And Leanna, the A and
Yes.
the
Yes.
All right, so you guys won two. I won one. Can you win the last one?
Yes.
All right, let's read this one. It says,
Can Miss Jade read us the mystery of Pelican Cove?
and do you guys remember why this is underlined?
Yes,
guys,
it's the title of a book.
Because it's the title of a book. So, Grant, you begin.
Capitalize the C in can.
Very good. Capitalize the C in can. Why? Everybody?
It's the beginning of a sentence.
All right, can Miss Jade read us the mystery of Pelican Cove?
Capitalize the M in Miss
Why?
because it's the title of respect.
Title of respect. This is the one, Miss, where you don't do that. Okay?
Insert no, capitalize the.
Okay. Yeah, I will give you that. Capitalize the because it's what?
The first word
In a title of a book. Title of a book, story, poem, or song. You capitalize the first word, the last word, and every important word. And yes, we stop.
They all kind of say.
I'm not going to play this game as you guys do that. You guys know that. Okay? All right. Thing you do need to remember is you don't insert a period. You almost said that. Why do you not insert a period for miss? Because that is the whole word. It's not abbreviated. This one's abbreviated. Mrs. is abbreviated. Mr. is abbreviated because that's not the whole word. Remember, Mr. is M-I-S-T-E-R. Mrs. is M-I-S-S-U-S. This is miss. Not abbreviated. It is the whole word. That means somebody that's not married. Somebody that's not married, Miss Jade. All right?
I know
Yeah. What do you miss, Brantley? He knows now too.
Capitalize the J and G.
Yes, her name, Jade, Miss Jade. Okay? All right? So let's get back to on track. And Riley, what's next?
Capitalize.
Cove. And I will allow that because the rule is that we say the first word we did the last word, what's the important word?
Mystery.
Mystery is an important word. And what else is important?
Pelican.
Pelican. All right, and I really want to ask you this question. This one doesn't have one. Is of important?
No.
But the word the, when it's the first word, gets capitalized. But what if the was in the?
No.
The is not important unless it's the first word. Then it gets capitalized. But if it's somewhere else in the title of the book, the story or the poem or the songs, it is not capitalized. Okay? And don't get capitalized unless they're the first word of the book or story or poem or song. Okay? So like when you have the poem, The Duel, the is capitalized. But if you had the word the later on in the title of it, you would not capitalize the. Alright, now I need to move my camera over here so that we can do these last sentences. Now what I've done here is I've taken 2 sections on your test and turned it into one. Okay? So we're going to do, like what you're going to do in one section, we're going to do it with these sentences, and what you're going to do in another section, whoops, trying to move this so you guys can see. What we're going to do in another section, we're going to do to these sentences. You, on your test, will not have to do both these things in one section. You're going to do it in 2 separate sections. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up one marker, I'm going to do the first thing. All right, what we're going to do is find all the nouns. So there's a section on your test where you're having to find all the nouns and circle every single noun. So Chase, give me a noun. Let's read the sentence first though. Katie has a purple raincoat.
Raincoat.
Raincoat. Raincoat, that's a compound noun in fact. So raincoat is a noun.
Katie.
Katie. Katie is a noun. Okay? Good thing this isn't beat the teacher because that got skipped in it. But it doesn't matter. It's not beat the teacher. All right, number 2. A stomach ache is no fun at all. Stomach ache. A stomach ache. That is a noun. Okay? Remember, it's sort of one of those that you can't see. You can't really see, but you just know it's real. Your stomach aches. Can 2 boys empty the wastebasket and clean the chalkboard for Mrs. Allen? All right. Boys. Very good. Boys is a noun. Give me another one. Joey.
Wastebasket.
Wastebasket would be a noun. It's another word for trash can. By the way, that one's a compound noun.
Chalkboard.
Chalkboard. There's another compound noun.
Mrs. Allen.
Mrs. Allen. There's another compound noun. So you got 3 different compound nouns in that sentence. Wastebasket, chalkboard, and Mrs. Allen. Please look to see if I have an eyelash in my eye. Eyelash. And there's another compound noun and eye. It's not a compound noun. Now that's one section on your task, circling all the nouns you find in every sentence that you read. Okay? Now let's move on to something different. Now we're going to go back and just use these sentences to tell me what kind of sentence is it and punctuate it. Okay? That's all you'll have to do in this other section. So I'm switching to a different marker. You won't be doing the same thing. You guys understand that?
Yeah.
I'm just combining 2 different things you're doing on the test into one set of sentences so I don't have room to write so many sentences on the board. You guys understand that? So please don't do this on the test. When you're having to tell me what kind of sentence it is, you do not have to be circling nouns. Do you understand that? Alright, some of you don't listen when it comes to actual test. Alright, but I don't want to take the time to erase these circles. So, Katie has a purple raincoat. Where were we?
Michael.
Michael, can you tell me what kind of sentence that would be?
Declarative.
Declarative. So you would put DEC. There would be a word bank reminding you of the lettering so you don't have to memorize it. Just look and see. Declarative is DEC. Alright, then how would I punctuate it, Hunter?
Just insert a period.
Yeah, go to the end and insert a period. Don't forget your little insert mark. Read the second one. A stomach ache is no fun at all.
Wait, you skipped Elise.
Oh yeah, sorry Elise.
Declarative?
Do you have a different idea?
Exclamatory?
Yeah. The way you worded that, no fun at all. Okay? A stomach ache is no fun at all. should make you think of exclamatory, right? All right, and so how would I punctuate it?
Insert an exclamation point.
Very good. Insert an exclamation point. All right, can two boys empty the wastebasket and clean the chalkboard for Mrs. Allen? What kind of sentence would that be?
Interactive.
Interrogative. That is a question. And so how would I punctuate it? Grant,
Insert a question mark
where do I need to insert that question mark?
after Miss Allen.
Mrs. Allen, yes. Make sure you put it, if it is a two-line sentence, make sure you put the punctuation at the end of the actual sentence, not at the end of the first line of the sentence. All right, please look to see if I have an eyelash in my eye.
Imperative.
Imperative, very good. Although you just skipped Joey. So Joey, can you tell me how to punctuate it?
Insert a period.
Insert period where?
At I.
After I, very good. After the word I, because that is the end of the sentence. All right, now let's look at our page and do our page together. I did not practice this. There is one more section where you have to look at random words and circle the adjectives, and remember some of them are going to be these adjectives that we recently learned that you cannot see. The adjectives you cannot see. That's sort of what we're going to practice right now though. All right? So that will be on your test too, finding the adjectives of some random words. Some of them are ones you can see, and some of them are not adjectives at all, so you have to watch out. All right, so listen to the first one. Read the sentence with me. The book of Proverbs is a book of wisdom. The only noun they want you to find is the one that you cannot see. What would that be? Elise?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. So on the line, you need to write the word wisdom. That's the noun you cannot see. Wisdom is real. It is a real thing. But you cannot show it to me. Like, here, look at my wisdom. You can show me wisdom by the way you act, though, can't you? Yes, you can. You can show wisdom by the way you act. Just like you can show foolishness by the way you act, right? All right, Claire's honesty was rewarded when she returned the lost wallet.
Honesty.
Honesty. Notice the way honesty is spelled. It starts with an H, but do you even hear that H?
No.
No, it's a silent H. Honesty. Okay, number 3 says, a soldier who shows bravery is a true hero. Riley? Bravery. Very good. Bravery. Another noun that you cannot see, but you do know it's a real thing. Alright, then the next one says, we read about the friendship between David and Jonathan in the Bible. Joey? Friendship. Alright, and then the next section we're working for compound nouns. And remember, sometimes a compound noun can be more than one word, like Mrs. Allen, or it can be together like chalkboard and stomachache and raincoat. Alright? So watch out for those ones where it might be a compound noun, but just be more than one word. Let's read the first sentence. It says, in November we celebrate Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. So underline Thanksgiving. Alright, let's read number 2. Number 2 says, Dad and I decorated our front door with a cute scarecrow. Scarecrow. So far, those sentences both have only had one, but watch out for this next sentence. Read what I want to read. My school teacher, Mrs. Roberts, helped us glue feathers onto pine cones to make turkeys. Dan, give me one.
Mrs. Roberts?
Yes, Mrs. Roberts. That's a tricky one. Mrs. Roberts. It's made up of 2 words, Mrs. and Roberts, but that is a compound noun because Mrs. Roberts is only one person. What's another one? You already did one.
Huh?
You already did one.
Me?
Yes.
School teacher.
School teacher. Underline school teacher. Underline Mrs. Roberts, and one more, Grant.
Pine
Pine cone. Pine cones, actually. What did I ask? Pine cones. All right, let's read the next one. Aunt Susie and Uncle Bob are coming for dinner on Thursday. Ready? Aunt Susie. By the way, notice how Aunt and Susie are capitalized like I was talking about earlier. And what's another one?
Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob. Notice Notice again how Uncle and Bob are both capitalized, like I was talking about in that sentence. You guys need to remember that. You will see that. Okay? Alright, nothing else. I hope you did not think Thursday. Thursday is not a word, is it?
No.
Some people get confused by that because they see the word day, but Thursday is not a word by itself. Alright, let's read the last one. Number 5. Last year, grandfather took us for a hayride after dinner. Hunter?
Grandfather?
Grandfather? And Grayson.
Hayride.
Hayride, very good. Alright, now they've done number 1 for you in the next section. This is going to be good practice for the test because they're telling you, although they're not telling you what kind of sentence. On the test, they're going to actually tell you that it has to be declarative or imperative or interrogative or exclamatory. But here, they're not making you have a certain kind of sentence, but they did the first one for you. They want you to take buffalo and make it plural. Now, they actually wrote the word as a plural, not plural, blah, blah, blah. Possessive, sorry. Possessive. Do you see how they wrote buffaloes as possessive first?
Yes.
All right, so I want you to go ahead and do that. So see the word is friend? So the first thing I want you to do is write friends as a possessive word. Right now. How would you make friend possessive? Just say it.
Apostrophe S.
Add an apostrophe S to it. And the next word is bike. So how would you make bike?
Apostrophe
Add an
S.
Apostrophe S. So write the word bike and put apostrophe S. Then after that, then you're going to start your sentence. So do you see how they have a space?
Yes.
That's where you're going to start the sentence, after that little space. The sentence for buffalo, after they made buffalo possessive, buffaloes, what do they have belong to the buffalo?
Heavy
A heavy
coat.
coat. So the buffalo's heavy coat keeps it warm in the winter. Okay? So you need to remember there needs to be something that belongs to your friend. No, I don't want you to tell me. You need to write it first. All right, and then when you get to bike, you have to have something that belongs to your bike. So think about the parts of your bike. It could even be the color. Or something like that. All right? Has anybody finished writing their friend sentence? Friends? Michael?
Look at my friend's bike.
Okay, he did an imperative. It didn't have to be imperative, but he said, look at my friend's bike. So he used the word from the next one. Yes.
This is my friend's mom.
This is my friend's mom. There we go. One more.
Don't look at my friend's iPad.
Okay, don't look at my friend's iPad. Okay, let's go on to bike. Do you have one written for bike now?
My bike's color is
Magenta. Okay. Magenta. My bike's color. So she picked up on the fact that I said it could even be its color. Yes.
Do you like my bike?
No, that's not possessive.
Do you like my bike's color?
Okay, that works. Do you like my bike's color? You gotta have something belonging to your bike. But were you the one that said something about your friend's bike?
Yeah, I said look at my friend's bike.
Then you could have said his bike's and told me about his bike too. His bike's color is, okay? So you could have done that. That would have made like a little tiny story almost. Since you said my friend's bike, then you could have said his bike's whatever is, yes.
My bike's basket is blue.
All right, my bike's basket is blue. One more, Brantley.
My bike's brakes are terrible.
Okay. All right, very good. That's a good practice for the test.